Hey y'all. Yeah. How y'all doing? Happy birthday to you. Yes. Y'all make sure y'all like, share this video. All the videos that I do, just like them, share them. Just enjoy entertainment, okay? All right? Yes. Now, this is Judge Angela Tucker. The judge that I never want to go in front of, cause this lady's strict, and she locked women up too. She locked people of color up too. So only thing she did, she is the judge who reduced Carmelo Anthony's bond from 1 million to 250,000. Now, people, now y'all don't been locked up before. Don't have a bond if you haven't. It was a bond hearing, okay? It wasn't nothing saying that he didn't do it. It's not going to be up to her. It's going to be up to that jury to decide what's going on. Now, before we get started, let me want y'all to do that. Close that screen door and stop letting all no flies up in here. Yes. So y'all, what she did was, as a result, Carmelo Anthony is now home with his family with a stipulation of what he can and what he can do. Now, awaiting trial. Now, this is what I'm hoping, and I hope Anthony do what he's supposed to do. Because Anthony can't be on the internet. What child have you known that don't have time for the internet? Now, Anthony, Carmelo Anthony is the captain of the team, and supposed to have sportsmanlike conduct. At that time, he's the captain of the football and the track team. So that means he got a whole big responsibility, as well as Austin. He is the football captain and the track and field captain. Neither one of them at that time, I don't care what y'all said, used their sportsmanlike nor their sportsmanship conduct in this situation. Two captains going head on head on. This situation should have never happened, but we're going to finish with what I got to tell y'all tonight, okay? Calm down, eat your ice cream. Okay, now after reviewing additional details surrounding the accident, Karmelo history as an honor student and a reputation for a strong character, Judge Tucker, since it's just a bond hearing, made a decision to root it in context, not headlines. Now, that now this is the same beautiful judge that y'all voted in. Y'all voted for her. Y'all voted for that law in Texas. That's why y'all need to vote. Now, the judge that you all voted in has the power to shape lives and communities. Okay, so that's what she did. That's what she did. She ain't did nothing wrong. She just doing her job. That's all she did. Y'all calm down and go cut the grass. That's all she did. Okay. Now, so on with this Buns hearing, I have heard all men of color talk about weighing on this criminal defense attorney. He's gonna tell y'all, this guy right here is gonna tell y'all, and he's not the only one that I have heard. I'm gonna let you hear another one. Speak about criminal defense. Okay, and how would it weigh in on this Frisco uh stab? So let's listen to this, okay?
The current $1 million bond to be very high. From your perspective, compared to other cases, is it?
Yes, it appears to be really high in this case. I've been involved with the case involving Oldham John, Jordan Edwards, and you've seen in these cases where the highest bond amount was $300,000. So when you see something like $1 million, it makes you wonder why it was really that high.
Right.
I mean, some of the things that you really look at when you consider in the bail amount is you look at that person's criminal history, whether that person's been involved in any type of prior crimes, whether this person is a danger to the community. They also look at the family involvements. So when you look at those elements, you sort of wonder why it was set at $1 million, because here in Texas and throughout this country, you have a presumption of innocence. So when you have a bail amount that comes out so high, it gives the community sort of the thought that perhaps this person, there's some evidence out there that suggests that this person is guilty.
Given that high bond amount, according to some observers, do you expect the judge to lower it today?
I would not be surprised if that happens. I've seen it happen in a lot of cases, and one of the things that they're really going to have to argue for this bail reduction is that this person is not a flight risk, because basically with the bail, it's a guarantee that this person is going to appear at trial. And clearly, from what I've seen thus far, is that this individual has strong community ties. He's not a flight risk. He's been cooperative with law enforcement. So I really would not be surprised if this bail is reduced.
Now, we know that Karmelo Anthony got a new attorney over the weekend. Chris spoke to that. What do you think that will have as far as the significance in this hearing?
Well, it's really hard to tell with this. I have not had the opportunity to really look into this attorney's background, but generally, you want to have an attorney that is familiar with the venue, so perhaps that can have something to do with it. But it's not. It's pretty common to see, individuals changing attorneys. So I don't know what's the strategy behind it, but hopefully it's a good one, because this is a really tragic case on both sides.
Yeah, well, of course, it will all shake out in just a couple of hours. Daryl Washington, appreciate you waking up early with us this morning. And, of course, we will be in the court today. We'll bring you all the latest on our website.
Okay, now you heard, now these attorneys, real big time attorneys in Collins County that y'all gonna they're speaking in giving you all information where you're not educated at. They are trying to tell you that the reason why, y'all know the reason why that bond, y'all knew that bond wasn't supposed to be $1 million, but it's gonna start like that, okay, because of what he did. But now let's listen to this attorney to see what he has to say about the situation.
Good morning, everybody. There's not much I can say, but the judge. All right. All right. Sure. All right. There's not much I can say. The judge has made the call, and so what's important is what's next. Frisco PD will be finishing up their investigation. They will submit the case to my office. We will review it and ultimately present it to a grand jury. And so that's what's next. That's pretty much all I can say right now. We do our speaking as far as the facts go in the courtroom. Many of you were in there, so you understand what was said. But this is a terrible tragedy for our entire, not just Frisco, but Collin County community. One family has suffered a permanent loss. It's the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child. It's permanent. It's profound. It's certainly premature, and it's the hardest thing that a human being can go through is to lose their child. The Anthony family has had a different kind of loss, but not a loss nonetheless.
Right.
The judge has made her call, and we look forward to continuing the process and looking forward to reviewing all the facts of the case that Frisco PD is coming up with and presenting to a grand jury. What we're concerned about as prosecutors is justice, truth, and accountability. And so we will go where the facts lead us. Thank you so much.
Could you explain about the security and the vitriol and just the safety even for the judge and your officer?
Well, this has definitely rocked our entire community. And so it has struck a nerve in the community. It's hard for everybody to be level-headed at a time like this. So that's where we come in. It's our job to be level-headed, to be fact-based, and to follow the truth wherever it leads. Thank you so much. Attorney. We can't do this in here. 5 more seconds, okay. Good? Everybody good?
Now this is Karmelo attorney.
Has the right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life. Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us. There are two sides to every story. And Karmelo is a 17-year-old kid and an excellent student. He is the captain of his track team. He is the captain of his football team. And prior to this, what was on his mind was what college he was going to go to. This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, trial by public perception and trial by media is not how we ensure justice is done. We are confident that after a full investigation, that the truth will come out. Thank you.
Mike, you took umbrage with the state's assessment that this was simple and brutal. Why simple?
Well, the fact of the matter is, like I said, there's two sides to every story, and we've only heard one side. In any criminal case, the police investigate, and the defense is always far behind that. And so it is a one-sided investigation to this point, and even that investigation is still ongoing. So to say that it happened this way or that way is just not accurate at this point. All of the facts are going to come out, and that's why our system of justice requires that we keep our minds open and we let the facts come out as they are after a full investigation. I anticipate that he will be able to make bond. I can't speak to how quickly that will go. Funds, in the funds that have been raised are not quick to come out. And then, there's obviously a process to the release process once bond is posted.
The big question that a lot of people have is why was this young man armed on school property?
That's an understandable question, but it's not something that, frankly, we're prepared to even go into. This is something that I know the police and the prosecution want to get it right and want to have a full and fair investigation, and so do we. So it would be irresponsible for me or them at this point to start saying, this is what happened, this is why, anything. So I understand that's a big question. It's going to be a big question, and it's something that we will find out, and we ask that the public, as hard as it is, withhold judgment and let both of these families have justice, that let both of these young men, the Metcalf family and the memory of who they've lost, but also Karmelo, have a fair and full justice process.
How does he
Your feeling of the reduction of this bond? You feel it's fair?
Yeah, I feel it's fair. Bond, as the judge said, is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression. It's not supposed to keep people in jail. It's not supposed to punish. It's supposed to ensure that a person shows up to court, complies with all conditions, and it's supposed to keep the community safe. So this is a large and substantial bond, and the judge has, I think, rightly imposed reasonable conditions that will ensure both Karmelo and the Anthony family's safety, but also the safety of the community.
What was Carmelo's reaction today? He didn't seem very talkative.
Okay, y'all. Now you heard that. Now I want to get into what I'm here for. This is a fair judge. She does her job, and she get justice done. Okay. Now, y'all know Steve Harvey, right? His former wife, entertainer Steve Harvey, y'all know the Joker. Uh, his wife was arrested back in 2000. It's in 2005, 2018, something like that. And after a judge found her in contempt of court, she remained in jail in Collin County. Now, y'all been dogging this judge out, but she locked his ex-wife up, okay? Now, I think she's a fair judge, regardless of what her voter status is, her ethical. That's y'all ain't got nothing to do with that. She can be whatever she want to be, Republican or Democrat, whatever what she want to be. Now, the civil rights matter is the latest in their legal fight that has gone on for several years. Their marriage on the spotlight or Harvey's career spanned 16 years, y'all. They was getting 16 years and then ended in a bitter custody battle and divorce in 2005. Now I'm getting to something. Hold on. Just do what you need to do. The judge. This is what the judge did. And I'm going to get into that in a few minutes, second. Okay? The divorce case was sealed, y'all, at that time under a gag order. So the reason why they put that gag order on his divorce is because she going to tell everything about him. Now, her name was Mary Vault, is now serving 30 years behind bars. It says she wanted to tell her side of the story. And she gonna tell it. I didn't violate any court orders. This is about you're not supposed to be talking to anybody about your divorce. That's what they're saying. And I'm like, this is America.